Hello there. In this video I wanted to talk a little bit more about this hydraulic brake that I'm putting on the bottom. There's 4 of these total. This is one. And I got this hydraulic brake line. I showed you that in a previous video that I purchased. And I'm just showing you about the assembly of this. Now these components here, they go on the end of this line. And it's a compression type. There's this little brass piece that fits inside of this line. And then this piece goes over it. And then you take this piece. Well, this brass piece has got a barb on this end, and it's a straight fitting on this end. Then this piece fits on the line, and then you take this piece and you push it onto this up here, and that collapses this tube onto that barb, and this sleeve holds that in place, captures that, and then this nut goes up there and threads into the banjo fitting or a straight fitting, depending on which end you're using. Yeah, I put you on pause and somehow it just stopped the video. But I'm gonna. So what I was saying was that this, in order to get this little brass piece onto here, that hose barb, I had to heat this in warm water to get it soft enough to push that little brass piece into here. And then I was trying to push this piece onto there, push it up, and that was even harder. So I ended up making a tool. Of course, that's why I'm Tool Maker 1, is because I like to make tools. So let me put you up here and show you what I did. Okay, so the object here is to take that sleeve and push it up over that piece. And this is the little tool I made. I mean, it's almost like a, you know what they use to reload bullets, where you have the cartridge and then you got to put the powder in and this and that and all that. I don't have that, but this is what reminds me of that. This is a little piece that fits. That little piece there, it's got a little hole in the end, and that fits onto there to push it. And then to capture this, I have this piece here. So there's a diameter here, and it goes to about this point here. and that captures this nut. This nut fits in there. There's a flat bottom on the end of this. What I did was I drilled this piece, then I used a flat bottom drill to make it flat on the bottom, so that when this piece sits on there, it sits flat. And then this other, there's a diameter here that the hose fits through. To allow that to go through. So when you're getting ready to press that in there, that fits in there like that. Then this piece fits in there like that. Then you use this to push it down. So this now I'm not going to push it down now because I didn't realize that when I made this it was so hard to put on there, and I want to make sure the length is right before I actually press it in there, because once I press it in there I don't think I'll be able to take it back off without cutting it, and I really don't want to cut it because then I'll have to order another one. But this is a piece, and it's got the two diameters in it. And there's this block, and I just cut the block so it fits into this channel. This is all made from scrap material, so that it fits into this channel to locate it this way. Then I just ran a 1/2-inch end mill, rougher end mill through here, and I brought that down to fit into that. So it'll hold it in place. So I just cut this block to fit into that 1/2-inch channel I put through this piece of aluminum here. This it's like half a square. It's like a U channel. So all that does is locate this block to keep it from moving around. So when you're using this little press thing, this doesn't move. So this arm I just cut on a bandsaw. In fact, this is a piece of material left over from something. I don't know. It's got a bandsaw cut on it. I don't know if you can see that. So this one side is flat. This other side I just put a 5/8. I just sank a 5/8 end mill into it, and I made these two bushings to keep it in the center. And I made this pin see, this side is flat. This is a saw cut, but it didn't matter because, you know, I'm just using that to push down like that. And I didn't even put a radius on there. I just undercut this. And I made these little spacers to keep it in the middle. And then this piece here, I was going to make a piece come up here and have like a fork in it and put the hole through it. But I had this piece left over from another part. They upgraded the part. So this was the original part, and they upgraded it to a better part. So this had a hole in it. So I just put a little square end on the hole so that these little spacers will have a square place to sit against. I just used a rough and end mill to put a little flat there, and there was a hole here. This was actually like a 1/2 inch hole. So on this piece of aluminum, I just drilled the 3/8 hole here for a bolt and just tighten that down. I know it's a lot bigger than what it has to be, but it was the basic idea of what I was thinking of doing anyway. So I already had this piece of material, and so I just sank a 3/8 drill through here, and I just made up this rod, like I said, to fit in through there. Then I'm going to use these little pins on the end to capture this in the middle. But that's a little press tool, and I think you got to have it to push that brass piece all the way up. But yeah, after I drilled those holes, I just took a 3/16 end mill and I just slotted it so that you have access, so you can put the hose in there. Then I took a couple pieces of angle aluminum, and just cut them on the bandsaw and drilled a couple holes through there. Nothing fancy, just cut that on the bandsaw and just hit it on the sander. Put little radiuses on there so you don't hurt yourself. But yeah, you can put that down on the table and put a couple clamps on it on each side, and just use that little thing to use that little arm to press that piece down there, and it should be good to go. But yeah, this was surprisingly the quality of these parts are excellent. And the fit on this hose is really tight. I don't know what the pressure rating is for it, but yeah, this is one of them. I got 3 more, and I'm only going to do this one first, and then I want to make sure that it's the right length. When I assemble the unit, I got to try this fit. But when I pressure checked this on the previous video, I used this little coupling. Yeah, I made this little coupling to fit on there, and I had a nut, and I just threaded the nut halfway on this piece and halfway on this piece, and I should have put a little plastic washer in there, and that's why it was bubbling a lot. And this is just a 1/8 NPT. I had a little fitting on there so I could put air in it, but yeah, so this unit here worked. The O-rings didn't leak. I had it up to, I think, 90 pounds. I don't know what the pressure is going to be when I use the brake fluid. And I'll have to show you on another video about this cylinder And this this little unit that I completed to activate the brake. So I'll show you that on another one. All right, talk to you later.